Hi there, Pixel Perfect fans. We're here with Kelle Santiago from That Game Company. She's been nice enough to sit down with us for a brief interview, so thanks for sitting down with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right, so we have a couple questions here. First one, as a member of a leading indie developer at an event dedicated to celebrating the art of games.
Sorry, I was just distracted by the baby started crying like right as soon as we started talking, which says something, but yes, okay, sorry, go ahead.
So how tired of you are at this point of doing these interviews by now?
No, not at all. I mean, I think one of the sort of hubris our industry can have is that, we're all at the same conferences all year and we're all talking about the same issues every year. And so we get really sick of ourselves and we're like, oh, that subject, oh, that was so 2 years ago or whatever. But we lose the perception that not everyone is so up to speed on the latest and greatest in our industry, and that it's sort of a peripheral idea to many people across the country and across the globe. And so, yeah, I mean, I want to keep talking about it as long as people want to keep hearing about it, I guess.
And like Chris said, this is the generation where this is all starting to matter so much more. So we can all just talk about it forever. Now I'm going to try to be smooth here and pick my notebook back up because it decided to fall. And we're just going to cut that out in editing. All right. Maybe. So how did you feel about finding out that Flower had been selected as one of the games that you could actually play in the exhibit?
Oh, that was so awesome. And I mean, I was very thankful that we made a game that was so easily standalone. Anyone can pick it up. So yeah, I mean, it was just really cool.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah, what else can you say?
It's awesome.
Yeah. Did you actually go up there and play it at all yet?
Well, I watched other people play it last night, and it was really cool. It was really great to see people engage with it, and also some people sort of went back around to the back of the line to play again, and that's just so fun to see, 'cause especially making console games, I so rarely get to see people's reactions as they experience the game for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Now, in his keynote address yesterday, Chris Melisinos mentioned that there isn't really a fine art vocabulary yet for video games. So if you could help write that vocabulary, what is some terminology you would like to see being used to describe video games as fine art?
I mean, what I would love to see is just that in general we can reference inspirations and techniques taken from other mediums without having to pretend like we're saying it as a joke, or saying some weird quirk or getting called pretentious. I was watching recently the documentary of the making of Jaws, and they start with the book into the screenplay and to the movie, and throughout each person along the line is referring to it as the classic Leviathan tale, which is a very classic storytelling structure. And it just made me think of how, they say it, and I think anyone who watching this documentary wouldn't really blink at the fact that they reference it. But if you were to say that in an interview about your inspiration for games, you have to say it as a joke, or you have to sort of be labeled as pretentious somehow. And that's kind of detrimental to us, because inspiration should come from anywhere.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we have to ask, having seen the TEDx speech that you gave a while ago about games as art and referencing Roger Ebert, who said, I believe it was, that games may be art one day, but none of us would live long enough to see that day come.
Right.
I mean, is this just like a major victory? Because I know in your speech you just advocated so strongly about how they are, and I personally really did agree with you on that. So how do you feel having been there and wondering if it would ever get here and now actually being here for this event?
Oh, I mean, it was already there, being shown in other museums, but by the time I had that talk, so, yep, I'm right. So he's wrong. Yeah.
We'll quote that.
Yeah.
All right, well, excellent. Thank you for sitting down with us. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.